Good morning, students. In a previous class, that is a class 2 for the chapter States of Matter, I already completed important gas laws, that is Gay-Lussac's law or Amonton's law, Avogadro's law, ideal gas equation, and also the combined gas equation. Today, that is class 3 for the chapter. I will focus to some numerical parts basing upon the gas laws. So before going to the numerical part, it is better to recap these gas laws one by one. First one is Gay-Lussac's law or Amonton's law. This law said that volume remaining constant, the pressure of a given mass of a gas directly proportional to the applied temperature. Mathematically, we can write P directly proportional to T at constant volume, or P is equal to KT. This is one mathematical expression, or P by T is equal to K. If we select two different gases, then P1 by T1 is equal to K, P2 by T2 is equal to K. By combining these two, we have P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2, or P1 by P2 is equal to T1 by T2. This is the mathematical form of the combined, that is mathematical form of Amonton's law or Gay-Lussac's law. Next one is Avogadro's law. This law states that equal volume of all gases under similar condition of temperature and pressure. This law states that equal volume of all gases under similar condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. Here, a temperature and pressure taken as a standard or a normal, that is known as standard temperature and pressure. Mark that, that is known as NTP or STP, that is normal temperature and pressure. STP, standard temperature and pressure. One temperature, that is taken as the normal or standard temperature, while one pressure also taken as the normal or standard pressure. The temperature is, this normal or standard temperature is 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin, while the normal pressure or standard pressure represents as 1 atm, 1 atmosphere pressure, or 760 millimeter of mercury, or 76 centimeter of mercury. This is known as standard temperature and standard pressure. So at this condition, equal volume of all gases contain equal number of molecules. From this, we also derive one concept, that means 1 mole of every gases at this condition possess equal volume is equal to 22.4 liter. Again, we can say that 22.4 liter of any gas at NTP possess equal number of molecules, that means Avogadro number of molecules represented by N0 or Na. This is Avogadro number equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules. So at NTP or STP, any gas possess 1 mole of any gas possess 22.4 liter equal volume and also contain equal number of molecules. That means this Avogadro number of molecules. Next, switch over to the combined gas equation. That is, what is the combined gas equation? P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Next one is the combined gas equation. That is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Mark that. What is the combined gas equation? That means the gas equation which gives the simultaneous effect. The gas equation which gives the simultaneous effect of pressure and temperature on the volume of a given mass of a gas. This is the equation which gives the simultaneous effect of pressure and temperature on the volume of a given mass of a gas. So here 6 parameter is there. P1, V1, T1 is the initial pressure, initial volume, initial temperature, and P2, V2, T2 the final pressure, final volume and final temperature. In question, 5 parameters are given. We have to calculate the 6th parameter. And last one, that is ideal gas equation. This is PV is equal to nRT. For 1 mole, this one reduced to PV is equal to RT. So, today in the 3rd class of the chapter State of Matter, we solve some numerical part basing upon first phase, that is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Next in second phase, we go through solving some problem is equal to PV is equal to nRT or PV is equal to RT, or in density term, that is PM is equal to DRT, different form of the ideal gas equation. So let us solve some problem basing upon the combined gas equation, that is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Mark that some questions are there. We solve one by one. Mark that. What is the question? Question is a sealed tube which can withstand a pressure of 3 atmospheric pressure is filled with air at 27 degrees centigrade and 760 millimeter pressure. Calculate the temperature above which it can burst. So first thing, while solving a problem, read the question carefully, then answer it. While answering one, mark that answer, we have to frame at a given condition. At a given condition, this one the initial condition, and at NTP, this one is the final condition. It is the initial condition, and it is the final condition. Mark that. What are the initial condition is there? Temperature and pressure. That is T1 is equal to 27 degrees Celsius. One important thing is that while solving problem, temperature given in the degree Celsius, we have to change into in Kelvin by adding 273. So is equal to 27 plus 273 is equal to 300 Kelvin. Temperature P1 is equal to 760 millimeter of mercury, and V1 let it is equal to VML, not mention. So suppose volume of the cylinder is VML. Now question is, we have to calculate the temperature, that is T2 is equal to question mark P2 that is pressure withstand pressure, that is P2 is equal to 3 atmospheric pressure. Mark that 760 millimeter of mercury is otherwise known as 1 atmospheric pressure. Then V2 is equal to same volume is there VML, because the cylinder does not change its shape, so volume remains same. So V1 is equal to VML, V2 is equal to VML. Then P1 V1 T1 is given. then we have to calculate T2 by applying the combined gas equation. We know the formula is, what is the question? We know the relation is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Our aim is to find out T2. So by cross multiplication, or P1 V1 T2 is equal to P2 V2 T1. Our aim is to find out T2. T2 is equal to P2 V2 T1 divided by P1 V1. Put this value. Mark that, putting this value, P2 is equal to, what is the P2? 3 into V2 is V, and T1 is equal to 300 divided by P1 is equal to 1, V1 is equal to V. Mark that, cancel, it is 900 Kelvin. So, one important thing, that means temperature given in degree Celsius. While solving, we transfer into Kelvin, but while calculating the answer, again we subtract 273 to represent in degree Celsius. So, actual answer T2 is equal to 900 minus 273. 900 Kelvin minus 273. On subtracting this value, the answer is this much degree Celsius. It is bit 1. Move to second bit. What is the next question? Mark that. What is the next question? 35 ml of oxygen were collected at 6 degrees Celsius, and 750 millimeter pressure. Calculate its volume at NTP. Similarly, it is at given condition, that is initial, and it is final condition, that is at NTP. What are the data given? V1 is equal to 35 ml, T1 is equal to 6 degrees Celsius, that is 273 plus 6, 279 Kelvin, and P1 pressure is equal to 758 millimeter of mercury. Then calculate the volume. V2 is equal to question mark at NTP, means T2 is equal to 273 Kelvin, and P2 is equal to 760 of mercury. We know that is at NTP, that is normal temperature is 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin, and normal pressure is 1 atm pressure or 760 millimeter of mercury. Then apply formula. We know that P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2, or cross multiplication, P1 V1 T2 is equal to P2 V2 T1. Our aim is to find out V2. So V2 is equal to P1 V1 T2 divided by P2 T1. Putting this value, P1 758 into V1 35 into T2 273 divided by P2 760 into T1 279. Mark that. On solving, this value nearly equal to, it becomes nearly equal to, the answer is 34.16. 34.16 ml. Mark that. So question is, what is the question? Calculate its volume at NTP. So answer is, the volume at NTP is 34.16 ml. Okay, move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? Next question is, at 25 degrees Celsius temperature given and 760 millimeter of mercury pressure given, a gas occupies 600 ml, 600 ml volume also given. That means answer. Initial condition, and it is final condition. Initial condition P1 given 760 millimeter of mercury, V1 that is 600 ml, T1 is equal to 25 degrees Celsius is equal to 25 plus 273 is equal to 298 Kelvin. Then what will be its pressure? P2 question mark. For the temperature T2 is equal to 10 degrees Celsius is equal to 10 plus 273 is equal to 283 Kelvin. And V2 volume of the gas V2 is equal to 640 ml. Mark that. 6 parameters are there, 5 parameters given. We have to calculate P2 by applying similarly. Note down. We know that according to the equation, what is the equation? P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2 on cross multiplication. What happened? P1 V1 T2 is equal to P2 V2 T1 on cross multiplication. This is the value. Our aim is to calculate P2. Therefore, P2 is equal to P1 V1 T2 divided by V2 T1. Put this value P1 that is 760 into V1 is equal to 600 into T2 283 divided by V2 640 into T1 is equal to 298. Mark that. On solving this value, the answer numerical equal to 676.6 millimeter of mercury. Okay, that means what is the question? Question is, what will be its pressure? What will be pressure when the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius and the volume of the gas 640 ml? At that case, the pressure of the system is 676.6 millimeter of mercury. These are some problems basing upon the combined gas equation, that is P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. In second phase, we will ready to solve some problem basing upon the ideal gas equation and its a different form of ideal gas equation. The main form is PV is equal to nRT, or for 1 mole it is PV is equal to RT. Switch over to the second part of numerical, that is basing upon the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. Important to note that where R is known as a gas constant or it is known as universal gas constant, it has a different value, already discussed at a different unit. Mark that till I write this one. These are the unit of pressure, these are the unit of volume, numerical value of R. If the pressure is an atmospheric pressure and volume in a liter or decimeter cube, the value of universal gas constant is 0.0821. On the other hand, if unit of pressure is atmosphere and volume is centimeter cube, the value of universal gas constant is 82.1. Next is, if the unit of pressure is dyne per centimeter square, unit of volume is centimeter cube, then its value of R is 8.31 into 10 to the power 7 org per Kelvin per mole, or nearly equal to 1.987 calorie per Kelvin per mole. Next one is, if unit of pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal, volume is meter cube, then value is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. Next one is, if unit of pressure is kilopascal, volume is decimeter cube, then unit of universal gas constant value is 8.314 kilopascal decimeter cube per Kelvin per mole. And last one is, if unit of pressure is bar, unit of volume is decimeter cube, then value of R is equal to 0.083 bar decimeter cube per Kelvin per mole. Keeping in this view, solve the problem one by one. Mark the problem. Calculate the temperature at which 28 gram of nitrogen will occupy a volume of 10 liter at 2.46 atmosphere. So question is, calculate the temperature. We know answer. We know PV is equal to nRT. Our aim is to calculate T. T is equal to PV by nR. Here pressure P given, pressure is given, that means 2.46. Volume is given, 10 liter. While N means number of moles. Here how you calculate N? N is equal to weight by molecular mass. Mark that weight 28 given for nitrogen, molecular mass 28 is equal to 1. So put in place of number of mole is 1, and R in unit in atmospheric unit, that is 0.0821. Mark that. On solving this value, the numerical answer, it is nearly equal to 299.8 Kelvin. Mark that. It is the temperature at which 28 gram of nitrogen is equal to 1 mole. I repeat again, number of mole is equal to weight by molecular mass. Weight given 28 gram, molecular mass, nitrogen molecule is 28, so it is 1 mole. Keeping this value, answer is 229.8 Kelvin. Okay, move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? 8 gram of methane is placed in 5 liter container at 27 degree centigrade. Calculate Boyle's constant. What is Boyle's constant? We know according to Boyle's law, PV is equal to constant. So this constant, product of pressure and volume, is equal to constant. This is known as Boyle's constant. So we have to find out the value of product of pressure and volume. So we know answer. We know, what we know? That is PV is equal to nRT. So our aim is to find out pressure into volume. N, what is N? Number of mole. It is weight by molecular mass into RT. Weight given 8 gram. Molecular mass of methane we know 16. And the value of R, mark that, in liter is there. That means 0.0821. And temperature given 27, we know that is 27 degrees Celsius is equal to 27 plus 273 is equal to 300 Kelvin into 300 Kelvin. Mark that. On solving this value, the expected answer, numerical answer is 12.315 liter. So question is, we have to find out the answer, that is known as Boyle's constant, product of pressure and volume. On multiplying this one, it is half, it is unit is 0.081 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. Here is Kelvin, cancel. So this is the value is 12.315 liter dot atmosphere. This one, the value of Boyle's constant. Okay, next move to the another one. Mark that. What is the question? Mark that. Question is 10 gram of oxygen. 10 gram of oxygen introduced in an empty vessel, evacuated vessel of a 5 liter capacity, maintained at 27 degrees Celsius. Calculate the pressure. So mark that. Answer. Given that, what are the data given? Given that temperature is equal to 27 degrees Celsius, 27 plus 273, 300 Kelvin. Then volume V is equal to 5 liter. Volume is given, temperature is given. Then 10 gram of oxygen. We have to calculate the number of mole. Weight by molecular mass. Weight is 10 gram. Oxygen is 32. So, question is, what is the question? Calculate pressure. Mark that. We know that the relation is PV is equal to nRT. Our aim calculate P. P is equal to nRT by V. Putting this value, N means 10 by 32 into R. R is equal to 0.0821 into T. T is equal to 300 divided by V. V is equal to 5. Mark that. On solving this value, the expected answer is equal to 1.54 atmospheric pressure. This is equal to 1.54 atm. Mark that. What are the data given? Data given, volume is given, number of moles directly not given. We have to find out number of mole. Then our universal gas constant, we have to select the value of universal gas constant depending upon the unit given for the other quantity. Then question is calculate the pressure. So by putting this value, formula PV is equal to nRT, by putting this value we have the answer. The pressure, expected pressure is 1.54 atm. Next we move to another form of ideal gas equation, that is, mark that, we know that PV is equal to nRT. This is known as the ideal gas equation, where N is the number of moles. We can rewrite, that is, or PV is equal to W by M RT, that is weight by molecular mass. Number of moles is equal to weight by molecular mass. So it is another form of the ideal gas equation. Or rearranging, Pm is equal to W by V RT, that is mass by volume. We know mass by volume is known as a density. Or Pm is equal to dRT. Mark that. It is also different form of ideal gas equation. D known as density is equal to mass by volume. So from this expression one can also calculate density, that is D is equal to Pm by RT. Mark that. It is also one expression. From this expression also one can calculate the molar mass. M also calculate, that is M is equal to dRT by P. These are the different form of the ideal gas equation. Let us apply this concept solving one or two problem. Mark that question. What are the question? Mark the question. The question is, what is the density of sulfur dioxide gas at 27 degrees centigrade and 2 atmospheric pressure? Question is, find out the density. So mark that. Answer B1. What is the density? Density, question mark. What are the data given? Temperature is given. T is equal to 27 degrees Celsius is equal to 27 plus 273, that is 300 Kelvin. Next, P, pressure is given, that is 2 atm. And R is given, that is R is equal to 0.0821 liter dot atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. Then question is calculate the density. Mark that formula. What is the relationship for calculating density? D is equal to Pm by RT. We know the formula is D is equal to Pm by RT. By putting this value, we have therefore D is equal to P, pressure 2 atm into M, molar mass. Another term is there, molar mass, that is of sulfur dioxide. Sulfur 32, oxygen 32 is equal to 64 gram per mole. So that is 64 gram per mole divided by R, that is 0.0821 liter dot atmosphere per Kelvin per mole into temperature, that is 300 Kelvin. Mark that. On solving, atmosphere cancel, Kelvin cancel, mole cancel. On solving this value, the expected answer for the calculation of density is equal to 5.2 gram per liter, is equal to 5.2 nearly gram per liter. We know density, that is mass by volume, so the unit is gram per liter. It is the density for sulfur dioxide gas at 27 degrees Celsius and 2 atmospheric pressure. Okay, good. Move to the next one. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark that. The next question. The density of a gas is found to be 1.56 gram per liter. Here density is given. Answer, given that density is equal to 1.56 gram per liter. At 745 mm pressure, given pressure is equal to 745 millimeter of mercury. It is necessary to transfer the pressure in terms of atmosphere unit. We know, what we know? That is 760 mm of Hg is equal to 1 atm. 1 millimeter of mercury is equal to 1 by 760 atm. In the question given, that is 745 millimeter of mercury is equal to 745 divided by 760 atm. So pressure is given, density is given. At temperature given, temperature is equal to 65 degrees Celsius. We know, while solving problem, temperature must be converted to in Kelvin by adding 273. That is 65 plus 273 is equal to 338 Kelvin. So question is calculate the molar mass. Mark that. We know that. What is the relationship? Pm is equal to dRT. Our aim is to calculate molar mass. dRT by P. Put the value. What is the density? That is 1.56 into R. What is the value of R? That is 0.0821 into T, temperature 338 divided by pressure. What is the pressure? 745 by 760. Mark that. If we solve this value, the expected answer is 44.2, nearly equal to 44.2 unit atomic mass unit, 44.2 atomic mass unit. So, if the density is found to be this much given, the pressure is given and temperature given, then molar mass of that gas nearly equal to 44.2 atomic mass unit. It is little bit idea about some problems relating to the ideal gas equation for different form. Okay. Next, switch over to another new concept. What do you mean by ideal gas and what do you mean by real gas? Next, switch over to a new concept, that means ideal gas and another one is real gas. First try to understand, then we write the definition. What do you mean by ideal gas? The gases which obey the gas law, that means ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. The gas which obey the gas equation PV is equal to nRT, and all the gas laws at all condition of temperature and pressure known as ideal gas. Actually, no gas in our day-to-day life obey the ideal gas equation and all other gas equation at all condition of temperature and pressure. That means it is an hypothetical concept. However, at a particular condition, that is low pressure and high temperature, the gases tends to ideal behavior. I repeat again, what is the condition? Condition is at low pressure and high temperature, all gases behave like ideal behavior. Normally, therefore, generally, all the gases are known as real gases. They may or may not obey the gas law at all condition of temperature and pressure. But if pressure is low and temperature is high, all the real gases behave to ideal behavior. And the cause of deviation, that means the deviation, the extent of deviation, one can be expressed by a term that is known as Z, which is known as compressibility factor. Mark that. Listen only, try to understand, then we write. Compressibility factor Z is equal to PV by nRT. Mark that. For the ideal gas equation, we know that for the ideal gas, PV is equal to nRT. Indicate that Z is equal to 1. If Z is equal to 1, then Z is known as compressibility factor. If Z is equal to 1, then it is known as ideal gas. For a real gas, we know PV is not equal to nRT. Indicate that Z is not equal to 1. Means two cases arises, Z is greater than 1 and Z is less than 1. It is the parameter, that is Z, compressibility factor, by which one is able to explain the extent of deviation of real gas from ideal gas. Okay. Now, we write the definition of ideal gas and real gas. Now, note down, that is ideal gas equation. Already we discussed, I repeat again. What do you mean by ideal gas equation? Ideal gas, a gas which obey the ideal gas equation. What do you mean by ideal gas? I repeat again. A gas which obey the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT, at all condition of temperature and pressure. A gas which obey the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT, at all condition of temperature and pressure is known as ideal gas. Okay, but actually no gas obey the ideal gas equation at all condition of temperature and pressure. Hence, it is an hypothetical concept. That's why generally all gases are known as a real gas. However, at a particular condition, that is, at a low pressure and high temperature, the ideal gases tends to, the real gases tends to ideal behavior. So the extent of deviation, mark that, the extent to which a real gas deviate from ideal behavior can be calculated one parameter known as Z, known as compressibility factor. That is, Z is known as compressibility factor and is defined as Z is equal to PV by nRT. We know for ideal gas PV is equal to nRT, so Z is equal to 1. Again, for real gas, as PV is not equal to nRT, so Z is not equal to 1. Okay. If Z is not equal to 1, two cases arises, Z greater than 1 and Z less than 1. Mark that. If Z less than 1, this is the cases for the gases carbon dioxide, methane, like this one. If compressibility factor less than 1, then this gas said to be negative deviation. It implies that the gases is more compressible than the expected from ideal behavior. Mark the graph. A graph is plotted by taking compressibility factor versus pressure in atmospheric pressure. So we know this dotted line, that is PV is equal to nRT is equal to Z, Z is equal to PV by nRT is 1, is a constant. So it is a dotted line, it is for ideal gas where Z is equal to 1. And when Z is equal less than 1, negative deviation, this is, the graph is like this one, and this is known as negative deviation. Negative deviation indicates that the gases are more compressible than expected. On the other hand, if Z greater than 1, this is the cases for hydrogen, helium, the gases like this one, and these gases said to be positive deviation. It implies that these gases are less compressible than expected from ideal behavior. These gases are normally not compressible. Mark the graph, it is a positive deviation, that is graph above the ideal gas, hydrogen, helium. This is known as positive deviation, means compressible with difficulty. Negative deviation means compressible with easily than the expected one. So from this, one can draw a conclusion that greater the departure in the value of Z from unity, I repeat again, greater the departure in the value of Z from unity, greater are the deviation from ideal behavior. I repeat again, greater the departure of the value from Z from unity, then greater is the deviation from ideal behavior.